So, very good evening. So, today's mastermind session's topic is about happy parenting. So, let's see what we are going to see today. I'm going to share the screen here, the PowerPoint. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. So, what are we going to see today? So, what is happy parenting here? See, I've observed for many time parenting is very stressful for most of the parents, including me when I started. Maybe it's 35 years I've been, and so I know that parenting is stressful. The reason is, at a certain age, I think we're able to bring a change, make a change in the children's behavior. But after some time, what happens? There is a lot of what to say. I mean, conflict that comes arise, and there is a kind of a loss of control over the children's behavior, and the frustration comes up, and helplessness especially comes up, and I've seen that. So today's topic is about helping you to, especially preteen, that is age of maybe around 8. The moment the 7 years is over, they start slowly to come up with their own identity. So that is where you have the problem starting up. So the preteen is the one where they have changes in the body and the hormonal balance and everything, and that shows up in their behavior also. So that part is very important because the parents always perceive. Again, I'm telling perceive. You perceive them to be certain way. You tell them, okay, my child is like this, my child is like that, my elder is like this, my younger is like that. You put them into a kind of a box, or you label them, and then what happens. Slowly they change, and then you cannot accept it, and you start getting frustrated, or you feel like very disappointed or hurt, and that is what happens actually. So here today we're going to see what exactly can we do for that. So I'm going to ask you to to what to say. Um, so decode, let us decode about this. What are the phrases can you think of, teen phrases, like you don't understand me. So when a teenager comes and tells you, you don't understand me at all, it means that somewhere they feel unheard. That is the message. So instead of reacting to what they are saying, I understand you. It's not true. It's not about they're talking about you don't understand me means doesn't mean that I literally like that. It is more about I want to be heard. I want to be heard. That is what they're saying. So like that, it's important that um, how important is to know what is the decoding, behind the phrase. So just give me a minute. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So like that, we have different phrases like um, like don't I'm so stressed. So one thing that we heard from them, or I leave me alone. Leave me alone. They sometimes shut the door, just leave me alone, or they get angry or something, whatever by saying. So leave me alone doesn't mean that they don't want your presence. No, it is important that somewhere they're trying to work on their emotions. So these are the hidden emotions that they're trying to surfacing up. Or maybe you don't like me, or they say for you they are only important, you know. So it means that I'm not significant. I matter. That is what. So there's always an unmet need under that phrase. That is what you have to have an empathy and understanding. So now let us think about this way. So hereafter, whenever the teenagers, like young teen, or maybe the the your grown up teen, whatever, when they start showing up as a behavior, instead of focusing on the behavior that what they are doing, it's important that you focus on the emotion behind it. That is what is important here. So like maybe when they're shouting, or when they are telling that they're comparing with a sibling, or they're telling that they're withdrawing from you, the behavior is withdrawing, or they are fighting with you, or they are like having argument. They are not the problem actually, or they're not going to school, or they're not doing the homework, or they're not tidying up the room, they're not doing what you have told them. Whatever it is, that is not the problem. The problem is about the emotion that are underlying that reaction, whatever they are showing. So now we're going to do small homework here. I want all of you to think about, you know, um, what is it that take your pen and a book, whatever, and take one of the child, like maybe a teen, whatever, and identify what was the behavior. What is it? One behavior. You have choose one behavior which triggers your emotions. See, they have their own emotions, we foresaw that. But now you're going to ask yourself, how is it impacting you? So, what is your emotional reaction in parenting? When you're parenting them, you're trying to teach them, you're trying to tell something or the other. You want them to be, protected. You want them not to go wrong. You want them to be the best version. You want everyone to see them in a best way. All that you want, but ultimately it doesn't reach them, no, for some reason. So identify the behaviors, their behavior, at least identify two or three. Write on that, because that is very important. Only when you know what are the moments that you are being triggered, that is very important. So what exactly shows now? Let us assume that, like I'll take my example. Like one of the behavior, like one of my like she's 30 years old, or 35, sorry, 35-year old, 36 years old. When she was in a teenager, I think remember very well. Her behavior was she'll never allow me to go to the clinic. My daughter, she'll say, "Come on, you sit with me. You sit with me." She'll be keeping on nagging at the back of me. And I used to get irritated that time, earlier, but and so this nagging behavior coming at the back and always doing something or the craving attention. So what is the unmet need? Here the unmet need. So there are four needs I'm going to share with you. There are different needs actually, but I'm going to give you four important needs. Attention, which is the connect. So connect is something which is very important for anyone, because somewhere they feel lonely, left out, they feel what is it, despair, or whatever, and therefore they want to connect. So that is why they have come the back and nag you. So nagging behavior or irritating behavior, whatever, the unmet need is here, of course, is the connect. The second one is capable. So sometimes, they argue with you, fight with you. So it is about they're not feeling capable enough. They feel somewhere a kind of inadequacy. They're trying to feel that I'm something wrong with me, or I'm not that good enough. That kind of feeling. So they will try to argue. See, when they're feeling good enough, people are feeling very good enough, and people are feeling very significant and nice. They will never argue at all. So the unmet need is capable. The third one is count. Count is I'm not important, I'm not significant. And these are one who compares with a sibling, or they will always try to compete, with others. So somewhere they feel they're not important. That is called the unmet, that is what the unmet need, unmet need. That is the third one, the count. The fourth one, last, is courage. So people the the child which does not have this courage, what does it mean exactly is They lack this courage and therefore they have this fear. Because of fear, they have this inadequacy and they try to avoid, or they may be a lethargic, lazy. So whenever you see a lazy behavior or you see a withdrawing behavior, it shows that essentially they have really given up on themselves. They are frozen. They are frozen, like they are in fear. They are like having a fear of making mistake, fear of moving around, fear of expanding themselves, fear of becoming a better version, fear of taking risk, fear of putting effort, whatever, it could be anything. So now the thing is, you have to understand that the behavior is not the problem. That's what I want you to do right now. So write out two behaviors of your child, and I want you to what was your emotional reaction? How did you react? So in the next column, write down your reaction. Maybe you were trying to convince them, or trying to prove that they are wrong, or maybe you try to control them, try to correct them, whatever it is. Do that. That is your emotional reaction. Okay. So the thing is, in the next column, I want you to write down. Now, so there is a need. I remember I told you, whenever a child is behaving, for example, I told my daughter was nagging at the back of me. That time, her belief is I am not understood, or maybe mommy doesn't love me, or I'm not that important for her, or maybe I am left out. It could be anything, a belief. That is what we have to explore, the belief that they are thinking. So how to touch upon them? How do you try to fulfill that? Um, so what is it they're trying to convey? The child is. So I want to think about this now. The third column is try to find out what is my child trying to communicate with me. What is that unmet need? Is it just something, feeling left lonely, feeling a loneliness, fear of being lonely, insecure? You know, I want to tell you something very important here. See, the very purpose of parenting is what? We want the children to become independent. What it means is, what exactly meaning is, we all have this inner power, the inner guidance system. It is important that every child born in this world has to, at time after age of 15 or 18, whatever, they need to connect with the inner higher self, the inner compass, and they start using their inner compass. They cannot always rely on parents, because they have to know who they are, what is the purpose of life, and what is this journey, everything. It's very important. So I think the parents as a mother or father, who it is important for you to allow your child to connect with that inner power, the compass or the guidance system, so that they start listening to it and they become more empowered. And that is very important than anything else. So it's not about whether you're listening to you, not listening to me, no, secondary. So that's what I want you to know, that find out what is the third column is, find what is the unmet need. Was it for them connect? Was it capable? Not feeling confident for them? Or count? Do they feel very unworthy or insignificant? And the third one is fourth one is courage. So connect, capable, count, then courage. So check, write down what out of these four, what is the one. Check for this. Now, based on that, I'm going to give you the answer. So when connect is missing, connect with them. So after connecting, only you have to correct them. Don't try to correct them without connecting with them. Like, for example, they come and say, Mommy, I don't want to eat now. You say something, come on, you have to have the lunch now. They say, I don't want lunch. They shout at you. And, you know, if you're going to force them for lunch, it's waste of time. So that you can just ask them, okay, maybe you're not feeling to have lunch today. Maybe you're feeling tired, you're emotionally drained, whatever. Now the point here is the person doesn't want lunch, could be the real reason also. Stomach upset or something. But the point here is it's not about whether you're going to go and take care of, as if you're going to take care of, oh my God, come on, have the lunch. They are grown-ups, they know how to have the lunch. So it's important that you allow them to self-soothe them. Self-soothing, we call it as. So that is one thing which you have to know, that the needs that they are unmet, that is whatever they are feeling left out or whatever, it is their job, it is their responsibility. It is not our responsibility. But that is where the comes here. We think, oh my God, I only have to fulfill them. Suppose they say, Mummy, I feel very lonely. Yeah, good. They have found out. But you cannot tell, I have to go at the back and tell them, okay, come on, I'm going to fulfill all your loneliness. No, it is not possible. So how could I help you, my girl? So you can ask them very clearly. Or you can tell them, when I was lonely, I did this, I did that. So they would be like, oh, wow, mom also felt lonely. You see? Like I remember when I was feeling lonely, it was very terrible for me. And my mother was always in the kitchen. So I get so angry, for her not giving me attention at all. And that is when I went to depression also. And now I'm thinking and just laughing at it. But uh, that time it was so hard. It was very, very difficult. Okay. So coming back now, you got the idea now. Okay. So whatever need is met, if that is, I think 50% job is done. Then what you do, like you go and check with them. Like I told you, you find out whether it's connect, capable, count, or courage. So now the third one is, suppose the count. I don't matter. Yeah, I don't matter. You go and give importance to them only. I'm not important for you. You don't come and talk to me when I call you immediately, but when he calls or she calls, you go immediately. Or you say, like, you don't buy and give me this when I asked you, but this time you're buying for your son, for your my sister. So it's like, I don't matter. Now the point, very important here, note the point here. So you have to go and tell them, like, remember the unmet need. How do you touch them? That actions with your actions. So what you go and tell them is, I can see that. That is what very important. I can see, I can notice. Never come to conclusion. Mark my words. Never come to conclusion. If you're going to come to a conclusion, you're going to put your child in a box. And if you're going to put your child in a box, it's not going to happen, because your child is evolving. And you have to allow them to become who they are, not the way you want. Okay? So once you understand, then you tell them, I'm just sorry. You feel like you don't matter at all. You feel you're not being heard, seen, or appreciated or whatever. I'm just sorry if I will done that for you, or I mean, I have made you feel that way. I'm so sorry. Tell me, what can I do for you to make you feel that way? Very simple, straightforward. See, it's not that you're going to fulfill their needs. No, it's not possible. It's never possible. But ultimately, you're sending a message to them that I am there for you. Amma is there for you. Amma is always there for you. See, that kind of a support is very important for the child. Ultimately, they are going to take care. They only have to do that. Make sense? These are mirror moments. I want all of you to do this. I'll give you some time. Next is clarify. Now, very, very important. This is very my favorite. See, instead of going and changing your children, instead of trying to focus on them, I want you to focus on yourself. Take your pen right now, right? Think of your child, one child, the one which you're having a problem. What is that they are undergoing? Suppose you want them to be very, whenever you listen very carefully. very important here. Um, I want to bring your child in front of you. Imagine and see what emotions are you getting. Like, are you worried? Are you scared? Are you fearful? Are you feeling guilty? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? Bring that emotion now. And now be with it. And now ask yourself, how do you prefer to be? Instead of that, what are emotions you're having? How do you prefer? Suppose you say, like, I feel very fearful. Now you can say, I want to be a bold mom, brave mom. Or if you're feeling very scared and very anxious, maybe. You can say, I want to be a very confident mom. Or a very sad mom, like, oh my God, I'm so sad about her. Then you can say, I'm going to be a happy mom. And that is your vision for yourself. And then you say yourself, this is what I am. Because the moment you shift your identity, that who you are, there'll be a drastic shift from your children's side because you're connected. Okay. So this energy changes. The energy of this also changes. Got it? So, how do you clarify the legacy is you have to ask yourself what I'm going to leave behind, what kind of a mom I'm going to be. So, like for example, I felt shame when I was growing, like I had some issues with my children. So I felt very shame, like, oh my God, what is this? And so I told myself every day in the mirror, I started telling, I'm a proud mom. You got it? So that is what is very important here. And keep on repeating that because the more you keep on telling that, you will reflect that in your child. Because naturally, if you're going to be a proud mom, your children will be very capable, very successful, very happy. Then only you'll be proud now. So instead of telling who they are, what is that they are going to do, you are going to now talk about yourself, like who you want to be. Okay? Now, the very important three C's of this conscious parenting. Like, happy parenting is all about being conscious. Because if you really want to be happier, people who are very conscious only are more happier. What is conscious? You know what you're doing, you know what you're thinking, you know what you're feeling, you know what you're acting out. Like the ability to be with yourself, with what you're experiencing. You're not running away, you're not fighting it out, not flight, nothing. Got it? So what is the skill you're going to work about skill here? That was the 4C I told you was unmet need. They are the being state. This is more of a doing state. Skills. What is the skill that you want to in conscious parenting? So I told you already one. So before correcting your child's behavior, connect with them. So look into them. A gentle tone, very important. Your tone is very, very important. I think you all know. If I don't go into that deeper, I'm just telling you, soft eyes. So first connect with them with discipline. That is very, very important. I'm telling you really, guys, mothers here, looking wood, watching here. Because only when you connect, there's an energy transfer. Or else there's no transfer at all. You will be here, they'll be here. How will you get transfer? No. They will never listen. So connect with them. I remember when once my son was coming and telling something, I just told, are you thinking this way? And he was like, yeah. And he got connected. And then when I said something, he listened like that. Second one is curiosity over control. So always ask open question to understand, understand challenges. Like, like for example, are you okay or not okay? That is not it's not an open, it's a closed thing. Or you say like, I told you do this, go and do this. Why didn't do this? All that stuff you ask. Instead of that, always ask how, what. Okay? So, you know, like, how are you feeling right now? Or what is happening inside you? What is that exactly you want to know? Like that. So no command, but I've seen many of the family, the most of the time the parents are giving command. Like, did you do this? Did you finish that? Okay, come and eat. Okay, go and put the bag there. Put in the trash. Okay, finish your homework. Okay, where is the clothes you have kept? All that. Command. It's more of kind of communication. It's more important the curiosity. Okay, so you have to be very curious about your thing, like trying to understand where they are stuck or what they are undergoing. That is very important. Okay, the third one, compassion boundaries. What do you mean by that? Being very kind to them, but same time being firm. When you say something, stick to it. Don't ever withdraw. Like suppose you say that by 10 o'clock I want to put off your lights, or 11 o'clock, whatever. You discuss, and then they say, no, mommy, I'm going to sit back for 12. No, I'm so sorry. I don't allow. So if you're going to sit back after 11, then tomorrow morning, next day morning, next day, the phone, whatever the mobile or the credit that you're having, whatever, TV time or something will be withdrawn. So that you discuss and then do. Don't do it abruptly. Discuss and do it. Okay, that is a thing kind of. So you can slowly expand the limit when they're growing up. Okay, that is important. Now I want to do something very important. This is a very powerful exercise here. Come on, mothers, take a paper, just write down, whatever you see through in them. Don't judge them. Don't no judgment. Just from your heart to show how much you understand. Just write letter. If you want, you can share with them. I'm telling you honestly, do this. It's going to make a difference. Write a small letter from your heart. Because sometimes we don't communicate to it. We don't ever communicate. We don't share the truth. We always be correcting. That's it. And appreciate, write in the letter something you appreciate about them. Truly. If you don't appreciate, don't do it. Please don't do it. So, because they want to be valued, they want to be heard. That is very important. That is the purpose of letter. Okay? Okay, this is a small exercise which I give you whenever you feel that you're not able to connect with your children. You can do this 3 times so that you calm down and then go and talk to them. And also, before talking to them, I want you to just close your eyes now and imagine yourself in front of you, the child that you are working with, the way that you want them to be, the way they talk. Just imagine the version you want in them. Don't focus on what they are right now. Focus on who they want to be, how you want them to be. Imagine, come on, close your eyes. Imagine now. See your child walking, talking as the version that you love to see. Come on, enjoy it right now. The way they dress, they talk. They are growing up as big adults, resilient, powerful, confident. Look at them. So do this exercise every day and see the magic folding, unfolding. Okay. Because the mother, especially mother, even the father can do this. The mother, when they start visualizing or imagining the version of the child, and there's so much of connected there, it has an impact on the child. It's all about how you see. Because I'll tell you all honestly, when I've been working with a lot of parents, and when I ask them what do you think about a child, they say nasty things. They will say all negative. And that is what happens actually. And the affirmation that you can repeat always is, I'm a safe space for my child's messy growth or for my child's life, whatever. Okay? Repeat that often. Keep on doing that. I'm a safe space for my child's growth. So the bonus I'm going to give you last part is, so these are the conversation you can start. Examples. What are the best part of your day today? If you could change one thing in your school, what could be? Or you can ask them also, if you change one thing in you, what could be that be? And what do you wish adults understand better about teens? So these are just conversation you can have. And even checklist you have, checklist like for yourself. Just have a checklist. Whether you're being a super mom, you're being a very happy mom, okay? Are you having a reflection about yourself every day, 10 minutes? One hobby for your joy actually, like how for me, I do, I watch Netflix movie. That is my joyful activity. or I do meditation. Meditation is something I love to do. So I do that very much. Otherwise, I dance sometimes very much. And I go outing, I go for movies, just very weekly once I go. So a friend can check with your friends and monthly me time also. Okay. So lastly, you're not just raising a child, you're shaping them a future adult. So let your, that only has to guide. You have to think about that. I am not raising a child. I'm just shaping a future adult. You are making them becoming an adult. Focus on that. That is very important. So that will decide what is your, that will decide what is your choice. Because it's all about what you think of your child, what is the vision that you hold for your child matters a lot. So think that you're raising an adult, a responsible, socially responsible adult. Okay. Based on that vision, you have to interact with them. So I hope the session was very useful. So for any doubts, please let me know. I would clarify. I'm so happy to clarify it for you. Thank you.